evening, YouTube Nation. Hope y'all all having a good Father's Day out there. This is Wayne with Tractor Living and Land Works, and you tuned in to 16 beautiful acres in South Louisiana. It's actually dry today. Had a pretty Father's Day. Did a little grilling, ate too much, and I decided, I got to get out and move around a little bit this evening before I retire to the house. And so I decided to come do a quick little video. And this video is about SCV valves and how they affect your 3-point lift on the back of your tractor. Now, if you have a tractor that has a remotes on the back, and one of them is a detent, this is going to solve a problem for you if you haven't already figured it out. I know I see comments on Facebook groups about, hey, my bush hog worked fine yesterday and I got up this morning to go out and get on it and it wouldn't pick up. And automatically they jump to conclusions that, oh, I got something bad wrong. And I saw comments people put in there, check your filter, make sure you got enough fluid, make sure your hydraulic fluid is not too low, take it to the shop, is it still under warranty, and so on and so on. I kindly write a little comment in there, and I don't bash nobody's suggestions because everybody's trying to help, and that's what we do. We're a helping group of people, but some of us have more experience than others, and we like to jump in there and try to help when we can. So this is what this video is about today. I'm gonna actually demonstrate on my tractor. I have a TYM 5520 cab model, and it has 2 remotes on the back, and one of them's a spring return, and then one of them's a detent. And I want to demonstrate how your 3-point hitch will not work if your detent is engaged. And I'm going to explain a little bit on how that works. I have a hydraulic open center system on my tractor, and a lot of compact tractors have that. What that means is hydraulic fluid flows through a series of valves before it goes back to the reservoir from the pump. And depending on how your system is plumbed, when you lock in your detent, you're constantly flowing fluid to the detent, and it's starving the 3-point hitch because it's downstream from the detent. So your 3-point hitch will not get fluid flow, therefore it won't work. But when you pull your detent you put it back in neutral and you pull it out of the detention back into the neutral position, then the flow will go to your 3-point hitch and your 3-point hitch will work naturally. That simply means there's nothing wrong with your 3-point hitch, you just don't have the fluid flow going to that cylinder for the 3-point hitch. I'm going to crank the tractor. I'm going to demonstrate that. I'm going to crank the tractor and get out here. I'll put the detent in detention, forward or backwards, whichever way, doesn't matter, because I have a both direction detent. Like, in other words, if I throw my detent forward, it's going to come through one hose, go to whatever it's supposed to run, a backhoe, a log splitter, a post hole digger, anything that I want that's got a hydraulic motor that involves hydraulic flow to run the hydraulic motor. So when I throw it one way, it's going to spin whatever it is one direction. If I throw it and lock it in the other way, it's going to spin it back the other direction. So it's a complete loop. So I don't have nothing hooked up to my detent right now. I had my top link, center link hooked up to it. But in order to do this demonstration, I unhooked it because I don't want it flowing no. I wanted to deadhead and make it think it's using something. So I can demonstrate my 3-point hitch. So y'all just hang tight and I'll show you how we're going to do this. So I just got my tractor at an idle, and I put the detent in detention, one position, and it actually pulled my motor down a little bit because the hydraulic pump is pumping against nothing. It can't go. But I don't want to leave it like that very long. But I'm gonna get over here on my hand out here and lower it and raise it. And that's going to show you that nothing's really going to happen. It may go down because the system's going to relax. So now my lift is down, but it won't pick up. See that? Now, I'm going to leave it in the down position. Okay, I just took my detent out of detention. It's back in neutral. Now I'm going to pick up on my hydraulic 3-point lever, exterior lever. Now it came up. I don't know if you saw it that well. I'm going to reposition the camera and do it again. But anyway, I got it up right now and the detent is not engaged. I'm going to go ahead and engage it. I don't know if you heard it on the, if my camera picked it up, but when I engaged it, my motor pulled down about 100 RPM because it's pumping fluid against a deadhead. It's not going anywhere. Now, it's gonna relax because the 3-point system has no up pressure. The pump only kicks up. It's only got up pressure. So when you put your handle down on the 3-point hitch, gravity and the weight of the implement is going to let it come down unless you turn that valve off under the seat and it can't get any flow to return down. But that valve's set where I got it, so it's gonna relax and go down because even though I got the detent on, but what it won't do, it will not pick back up. So as you can see, it went down like I said it was going to do. But when I move this handle to pick it up, I get nothing, right? Now I'm going to leave that handle in the up position, and I'm going to go in my tractor and take it out of detent, and this will come up. This should come up. And of course it did. So I'm gonna cut the tractor off and everything. Okay, so that's how the TYM hydraulic systems are configured. They're in a loop. They're in a loop, and it's if you looked at the diagram, the spring load is first, the detent is second, and then your 3-point hitch cylinder, that's last. So when you have your detent engaged, fluid flow can't get to your 3-point hitch. It's just working the detent. It's going to whatever you're running and back to the reservoir. So once you take that out, then your 3-point works. So if you're out there in the field and you got something hooked up to your detent and you're going to be constantly using your 3-point hitch, hook it to your spring load if you got one, and you can still use your 3-point hitch. But there's other configurations on hydraulics, and I'll do a video on that another day. But this is the main system that's used on compact tractors, the open center hydraulic system. So if you're new to tractor driving, I know they got some of those smaller tractors TYM makes. They got the little detent system down by the floor, and I've read online where some people have gotten out and their pants leg had caught it and put it in detent. The next morning their 3-point hitch won't work, and that's why. because that detent needs to be in neutral for your 3-point hitch to work. I hope that helped anybody out there that's that had any questions about, you get up one morning, oh my God, my 3-point won't work. Okay, it's not your filter. If it was working yesterday, something catastrophic had to happen overnight for something mechanically or something like that to be wrong. So if it was working the day before perfectly and all of a sudden it's not working, check the simple things first, and usually that's what it is. You're getting out your tractor, your arm may hit the detent, knocked it in, whatever, but usually that's it. And I've seen a number of people on Facebook in the groups say, hey, my 3-point won't work. And every now and then it is a messed up filter. It is a fluid problem or something like that. But 9 out of 10 people that wrote back and said, oh, thank you, it was my detent. 9 out of 10 people will say that, yeah, my detent was on. And I mean, that's just a learning curve for everybody. But anyway, especially new tractor drivers, that, I mean, it's not that they're dumb or anything. They just don't know. I mean, they haven't experienced everything some of us older guys that's been on tractors for years have experienced. And the more they use their tractor, the more they're gonna learn their tractor. And that's what my channel's about. I'm trying to save people a lot of trouble, trying to save people from spending money they don't need to spend. If they think they got a problem, send me a comment. Hey, my tractor won't do this. Look up my channel, Tractor Living and Land Works, and send me a comment of, hey, I'm having this wrong with my tractor. 9 out of 10 times I've seen it, and I can probably direct you in the right direction. Keep you from added expense that you don't have to spend. So if you like this content and you like my channel, subscribe to it. It doesn't cost nothing to subscribe to my channel. Give me a like if you like the content. Hit that little bell if you want to get notifications and when I'm putting stuff up. I just did a 311-hour service on review on this tractor. I got to do a service. Probably gonna try to do it tomorrow. I'll film that too. Anyway, look, happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Y'all stay safe on them tractors. Those tractors can hurt you if you don't know what you're doing. And hey, God bless y'all, and thanks for your support. And I guess I'm out. Y'all take care. Bye.